What's going on, guys? So today we're talking about another episode of Dueling Book Commentary. Um, we have Chaos Zone taking on Black Rose, 123. Black Rose has 746 rating, 504 experience. Chaos Zone has 857 rating, 2867 experience. And I was a little nervous that this wasn't the first, duel, but Black Rose is saying good luck, so I'm pretty sure it is. But anyways, he has Spyral Resort activate and an Ash Blossom chain. In response to that, hashtag get ashed. Spyral Super Agent's going to attempt to special summon himself out by calling Monster. He hits it as it's an effect veiler, so he could destroy a spell trap that Chaos Zone has, but you don't have to, we don't want to. We see a Gemknight Turbuline being normal summoned, so maybe this guy is using my Spyral deck list. I don't remember if my budget Spyral deck list had a Brilliant Fusion in it, but I know that if it did have Brilliant Fusion in it, first off, I know that it might have had Brilliant Fusion in it. Second off, if it did have Brilliant Fusion in it, it would have had Turbuline in it as well. We see an Underclock Taker special Link summoned, and nothing happened with that. That deck did have Brilliant Fusion in it. That budget deck did have Brilliant Fusion in it because I remember that interaction. Resort's interaction with Brilliant Fusion's a lot of fun. We see an Effect Veiler normal summoned. Spellbook of Knowledge is activated to send the Effect Veiler to the grave. I'm really curious what's in Black Rose's hands that he couldn't go any further. It's a little weird that his name is Black Rose too, because I say Black Rose and I think of the card, but I'm saying it like it's a regular monster. Does this one usually get played, the Yellow Star? I mean, there he is right there. What does he do? You can special summon, you can banish one Meknight from your graveyard, target a spell and trap, destroy. I feel like that's decent enough, spell and trap removal. But he's going to attack with Underclock Taker and pass. It's probably Meknight Invoked, not sure why else you'd be running Spellbook of Knowledge and pure Meknights. Anyway, Resort is going to have a chance to activate again. If it gets ashed again, might go right ahead to game 2. Because at that point, you know, you're at such a... Because if he had... I guess he didn't... I don't know, because he normal summoned the Turbuline. He could have had a better normal summon. If he had any other normal summon... Like, if he had another Spyral card, he could have normal summoned and made Double Helix. I think Double Helix is definitely better than Underclock Taker. Considering their Link Zones are the exact same, Double Helix has a better effect, obviously, than Underclock Taker does, for Spirals, at least. But anyway, we see a Spyral Gear Drone, normal summoned. That's going to change 3 cards on the top of Chaos Zone's deck. I just realized, I didn't just realize that. I knew that Chaos Zone had 60 cards in his deck, but I just realized that he's playing Meknight Invoked 60 card. Not really quite sure what's going on with all that. We see Foolish Burial OCG version, because the TCG version has a gravestone, a regular gravestone, whereas the OCG version has, the original version has a cross. Not sure why that's a thing. But we see Quick Fix sent to the grave off Foolish Burial. His effect is going to attempt to activate in graveyard, discarding a Spyral, or any card, right? Discard one card, yeah, discarding any card. Black Rose is saying that he can't do that. He can. I guess he just doesn't want to, because he just has to fix engrave. If this card is in your graveyard and you control a Spyral Super Agent, actually, I am incorrect. Black Rose is correct. He cannot because he doesn't control a Spyral Super Agent. Speaking of which, Spyral Super Agent returning to the deck. Not sure why Black Rose is still playing this duel. Scapegoat is activated. Let's go ahead and go to game 2. I didn't actually think he was going to scoop. I thought for sure he was going to stay resilient, but Scapegoat, it can net you a Firewall Dragon, can net you a Topologic Bomber Dragon, can net you a Skull Dread, can net you a Decode Talker, and a Link Spider, or a Link Karibo. It can net you a lot of different things. Scapegoat, one of the more powerful cards. That's why it was a card that I think definitely should get hit on the next ban list, whenever that may be. Konami said we're not getting a ban list till April. So that could either mean until after April is finished, which is May, but I think we're going to get a ban list sometime soon, because we usually get a ban list right, the national ban list is usually right before the nationals, the major set before nationals is released. Like, for example, last year, that was the ban list that, I'm pretty sure that was the ban list that banned Norden, and put Rat to 1. because if you remember, the Lunalite combo was pretty rampant at this time last year. And that had a lot to do with Norden. It was essentially summon Norden Zodiac. That was what that deck was. And Norden got banned on the ban list that was around this time last year. The major difference, though, um, actually there was a ban list I think before that too that put Rat to 2. But anyway, we see Terraforming for Meltdown. So this is 60 card Invoked. This is 60 card variant, Invoked variant. I saw Meknights in here as well. Not quite sure if I think that's the most optimized version of it. The thing is, with a 60 card deck, yes, it gives you the opportunity to run a lot of really good cards. You can run a little bit more hand traps, a little bit more Meknights. Maybe you can throw in a couple of other cards, a couple of other engines here and there. But it just makes your deck a little bit less consistent because it is a 60 card deck, so you are more likely to draw worse hands because of that. But I don't really think we see the Spellbook of Knowledge engine in Meknight Invoked. I could be wrong about that. So that is definitely being splashed in there as we see that sending an Alistair to the grave, drawing 2 cards. And that's it for now for that so far. But that's just really strong, that interaction. If you remember, when Wind Witch Invoked was the best invoked variant, which you could argue that was never the case, but when that was the best invoked variant, that deck was running Wonder Wand because Knowledge hadn't come out yet. But Wonder Wand was essentially doing the same thing, where it was getting rid of the Alistair. Now Wonder Wand's a little bit more susceptible because of cards like MST can negate it. So we see artifacts being ran in here as well. Mortotech, remember, came back to 3. I don't think he has any other monsters in grave, so he has to banish the. He has to either send a card from his hand, or no, he sent the artifact to the grave. I don't know why I said he has to send a card to the hand. He already did. But Macabre comes down. Invocation is going to shuffle itself back into the deck. Interestingly enough, no forms of disruption for Black Rose so far. There was a Terraforming, there was an Invocation. Nothing really happened so far. There was an Alistair normal summon, there was the Knowledge. I guess really only Ash and Valor are pretty good against that. Gamma's not super bad against that either. But let's say he just opened Ghost Ogres. I guess that's just kind of... And you have to negate that with the Macabre. That the negation has to come down, and he just lets it go through. I guess when it comes to Raigeki and Macabre, that's not super terrible because for Macabre, like you have to obviously discard. It discards, right? Let's return. You could send. Yeah, you have to send the same to negate it, like Ultimate Providence. So he's thinking to himself, I'm just sending to negate something. So he's just losing resources at that point for no reason because he's just gonna lose his Macabre because he lost Macabre and negation anyway. That's really all Macabre's there for. But Macabre is also 3,500 body because he does have Alistair back by him. But anyway, we do see Foolish Burial Goods. I think that was also ran in there. I'm pretty sure this is my list, but I'm not sure because I think I had Raigeki in there too. But I don't know. I don't know if I showed a side deck. He could have a completely different reason why he's running Turbuline. But anyway, Goods is sending Rescue, Turbuline, and Trick Clowner sent off Brilliant Fusion, Special Summon, the Light Gem Knight monster, you guessed it, Gem Knight Seraph Knight, Trick Clown's being summoned off of that, paying 1,000 life points for the Black Rose, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, we're going to go from there. Spyral Super Agent is revealed. He's probably going to call Monster. I would call Monster, even though it is a 60 card deck, so he's more likely not to have a monster on the top of his deck, because he's probably running a little bit more spells. I would just call monsters because usually Meknight Invoked runs a lot of monsters. I'm not sure why else Spyral Super Agent would have been. Why was he shown just now? Interesting. So he's using Seraph Knight's extra normal to normal summon Super Agent, Seraph Knight, and Super Agent being used to summon Underclock Taker. Rescue can be used to be banished to summon Super Agent. Magoose could be summoned off of that. Alright, so this isn't my list because my list was not running Spyral Mission Assault. He's going to use this effect to... No, he's not. Okay, that's what I thought. But anyway, Rescue is coming out. Special Summoning Super Agent. And he's hitting the Moral Attack. So Moral Attack will be Special Summoned from the graveyard. And that's going to destroy a card. I will destroy Super Agent because these two dudes are not going to be doing anything anytime soon. Yeah, I would 100%. But Assault effect is going to activate. Once per turn of a Spyral monster you control destroys a monster by battle, or if you destroy a card on the field with a Spyral effect monster, you can draw one card. That is what he's doing. Moral Attack does not actually target. it just destroys a face-up card the opponent controls. And Chaos Zone is letting them know that. Black Rose does have another normal summon, so if he is able to get to Quick Fix, Quick Fix can search Drone, and those two can summon Decode Talker. I just don't know. You can banish this card from the graveyard. Yeah, he doesn't have that access there. Yeah, no, he can summon Drone. Yeah, I don't know how. Oh, okay, Soul Charge helps. Was Soul Charge, was that the card he just drew? Was that the card that was right here? That's pretty strong. So we see Seraph Knight come back out, Turbuline come back out, Super Agent come back out. I'm not sure why he's running Turbuline then, if it's not my list. Because I just run Turbuline because it's a meme. And so, Soul Charge for 3,000. We could see a Skull Dread come out here. There's 4 monsters. It's most likely what's going to happen. I think Skull Dread is just a very good card in this situation because you're going to draw 3 cards and you're almost certainly going to get to another Spyral monster, which will almost certainly get you to your double Helix, which almost certainly gets you to where you need to go. Interestingly enough, Chaos Zone hasn't done any forms of disruption at all, either from his hand. He has 5 cards in his hand. And he hasn't done anything with them. It's insane. So Skull Dread can also special summon a monster from his hands. Keep in mind, Black Rose still has his regular normal summon. Soul Charge is just a really good card. Like, it's just a really strong card. And so Black Rose is putting cards back to the bottom of his deck. So he'll have 2 cards in his hand at the end of this whole shebang. And Droll Lockbird comes down. So that's actually really strong. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was... Yeah, there wasn't no other... There hasn't yet... That is the first opportunity that Chaos Zone has had to activate Droll and Lockbird. That's actually really strong there. 1-for-1 is activated, sending the Spyral Last Resort to special summon. I'm assuming Quick Fix, but it definitely could be Gear Drone. Oh, yeah, no, it would definitely be Gear Drone, because Gear Drone has his effect where he contributes himself to summon Super Agent. Whereas Quick Fix just searches and he can't search right now. We can't add because of Droll and Lockbird. Let me see this. 1 Spyral it gains for each card your opponent controls. So it gained 1,000 attack. Spyral Super Agent's actually going to come down. Or Spyral Double Helix. His name is technically Spyral Super Agent now, though, so it's fine. Spyral Double Helix's effect is going to activate. I don't think this effect. Did this effect go off? Most likely. Even if it didn't, he called it right. So Ghost Ogre's coming up in hot. Spyral Tough's gonna come down. Monster's gonna be called. I'm assuming that's gonna get rid of the Mortal Attack. How much damage is that? 28, 19. Oh, wait! Why are his fingernails so long? Can you explain that to me? Like, why was that? Like, because I know they had that option. They were like, should we make his fingernails long? Should we not make his fingernails long? And they were like, yeah, make his fingernails long. Like, why? Put gloves on his hand or something. That's just, no one wants to see this. What's being banished? Two cards got banished. Is it this guy's effect that he just used? This card add 1 Spyral. Target 1 Spyral added to your hand. He's normal summon Super Agent. He's attacking directly for 2,800. I think this is lethal if he could attack. But he wouldn't have this field if he didn't activate Soul Charge. So, where did he lose 1,000? He lost 1,200 at some point. That was the last duel. Raikeki comes down on top of... Oh, the Trick Clown, that's right. And so, Baguska, who was in defense position, fortunately doesn't have the form of protection. Oh yeah, not really unfortunately. I'm so glad that he doesn't have that. So Alistair is going to get a search. And that's all she wrote, folks. What happened in the first duel that it went so fast? I remember it didn't really go too well. Spirals showing their futility? Showing that they're kind of bad now. Joel and Lockbird ends the first duel or ends the second duel, and the first duel ended as soon as Resort couldn't resolve. It's unfortunate. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Click that like button if you did enjoy this video. Click that subscribe button for even more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content.
One time for the city.